You had a question?
Vince, when you recruited Chip, obviously he had some moments at Ohio State and at Arizona State before that, but now that he's working back into it, what should people expect from him?
Well, first of all, the other running backs really are doing a good job, but Chip, he was number one for a reason, and he still has to. He's getting back in slowly, but when he does come back, he's a veteran guy. Blitz pickup is really good for him. He understands it. He played a lot of big games at Ohio State, so I think when he gets back, he's going to be a guy that can, run between the tackles, be physical, wear guys out along the other backs we got.
Willie got the start against Ohio. What has he done that earned him the nod?
Willie has earned, like I told you guys before, Willie has earned a lot of playing time. That was just the play we were calling that. That's the package he in on. Mm-hmm. But I don't want to take nothing away from him. I mean, Willie is doing some good stuff, and if you play hard, do the right things, strain, I'm gonna play you. And he's playing like a second-year guy instead of a freshman. I mean, you see his physicality, how he looks. He goes about it. He reminds me of a young Caddis. He goes about it. He cares, and he's gonna be a good player.
Do you think his reps, his playing time, can motivate the other guys to be more consistent?
How long you been knowing me? There's always a myth behind the madness a little bit, and then, but he has earned it. But like I think I told you guys coming out of training camp, he was making a lot of noise, and them guys were seeing it. And to be quite honest, them guys, they were in that position 2 years ago when they were freshmen, when I had Keaton and Bates. And they earned it, and I told them, I said, you guys know I'll do the same thing. And so it has really picked up. I can just say this, Caddis and Dingo and Kamari have been graded out very well in the last 2 games. And I think that a little bit has to do with a freshman who got in that room. So
You've been around for all these really close games against Ole Miss. Is there something about these matchups where it's always coming down to the wire at the end?
No, man, I think I remember, what was that? Was it 6 years ago? We went back and forth. And then down there, people talk about the penalty with Barry, but people forget we drove back down the next series and still could have won the game, and it was a strip sack, and that's when Will got hurt. I don't know. I just think we both fighting for that upper echelon of being 2, 3, 4, 5 in the SEC, and I think when it comes down to these games, it was just good battle games. I think the defenses are better on both sides of them now. I mean, I think we scored a lot of points when it was here, and then I thought our defense played pretty well down there. It's just, we had a couple of turnovers, and actually that was the first game that Chris Rodriguez was back, so we were still trying to get in the groove with certain things. But it's going to be, this team is a little different. They got some guys, but we're looking forward to the challenge.
A couple more.
So like you mentioned, you just played down there 2 years ago.
Yes,
you
sir.
have a lot of guys who played in that game. Does
Yes,
that help you, or like you said, this is a different game?
No,
because teams are different.
No, it helps us because a lot of our culture, them guys were young guys, and they are sophomores and juniors. They are juniors and seniors now. So, but they have added some guys in the transfer portal. So it's going to be, like I said, it's going to be different. Like South Carolina, they were a different team because of the portal. But I think our team, I thought Mark Stoops did a really good job after the South Carolina game of really rallying the players, but also rallying the coaches. So I just look forward to, and I think our team looking forward to this challenge going down there.
Some of those guys probably remember the trip and what it was like playing on the road, but obviously some freshmen, some new guys like Brock who haven't had a road start. What are you kind of telling them about what they should expect on the road in the SEC?
Well, Brock has been on the road. He just ain't been a starter, but these young guys, and some of these guys coming from like the Big Ten or some of these other schools, I tell them it's different. These games are like NFC games, them old NFC games with the Cowboys, Redskins, where it's going to be a physical game, and the atmosphere is, especially down there at 11 o'clock. I thought last time we played there, their crowd wouldn't be there, but they were there, and they were ready to go. I guess they got the bars at 7 a.m. I don't know what happened, but they was juiced up, ready to go. So they will be ready for us. They will be ready, and I tell the young guys, it's just like playing, Little League football when you got to get up at 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning, eat breakfast with your mom, and go play a football game. And that's just so happen they playing on ABC or CBS. What are we playing? ABC. Yeah. So we look forward to that. It's going to be a good challenge, and our guys are up for it. And it'll be a good road test. You know, we usually play pretty good sometimes when we're on the road.
Okay, last one.
Vince, you mentioned Chip played in some big games at Ohio State. A lot of the transfers you all got from those powerhouse programs didn't play at times. But what did it do for him and guys like Pop who actually played in those big games?
It's a good question, and you actually seen that when they came in here in the spring. They were on different sides of the ball, but they were leaders, and they know what it takes to play in like playoff games and play in national championships. You know, it's a true story. If they wouldn't have went to the Chargers, you know, Clint Scales, my cousin, he was the Chargers now. He said they were really serious going after Chip in the portal to be their feature back because he played so well against them. And then, you know, we watched Chip play against Notre Dame. You know, that was just a high, you know, stressful situation. He handled it very well. So even if he's not playing, he's still been good on the sideline and talking to these guys and talking to just our home team. And then when you see Pop, I mean, he's been there, he's a pro, and he can tell these guys, hey, this is what to expect, this is what it's going to be like. But if we have a mistake, let's rebound and come back and play. So I feel we blessed to have them two guys on our roster.
Okay, folks, we got Coach Short
Thank you, guys.
and